Hoosiers taking time to honor fallen heroes. Yesterday's ceremony here at Crown Hill Cemetery, where friends and family paid tribute to those who have died while serving our country.
And this is a look outside this morning of downtown Indy. As you can still see, the sun is slowly but surely coming on up. We know at first, we saw the American flag on top of the One America building along with the checker flag. Had a little bit of wind blowing in a little bit, so you might wake up to a little bit of breeze when you get up this morning.
Yeah, not too bad out there. Good morning. Welcome in here at 6 o'clock on your Tuesday, not Monday, although that'll be hard for a lot of people probably to get straight this week. We're glad you're with us. Beautiful weather yesterday.
Yes.
And as you noted, the sunrise coming up there in the very background this morning.
I think several of us will have a beautiful sunrise briefly as the clouds are coming in. What's kind of cool is in the eastern sky you have the sun, but in the west you have clouds, and so that sun's going to illuminate the clouds even more with a little extra color.
Right.
Yeah, you can see it right now. You're looking from the pagoda, and that camera is looking eastbound towards our beautiful skyline, and you look to the left-hand side, the sun rises more in that east-northeast sky, and you're getting some extra color this morning. We had some extra color yesterday evening for that sunset as well. And so we'll get a little color this morning, but then I do think it's going to be a grayer day as rain showers are on the way. But this morning we are perfectly dry, and temperatures are somewhat comfortable. A little bit warmer than yesterday morning by a few degrees. We're in the 50s and low 60s as you are headed out the door this morning. Not a bad start. We're right at 60 degrees here in Indianapolis. I want to show you some more temperatures farther to the north. A lot of 50s. It's 56. Good morning in Kokomo and in Tipton. It's 56 in Muncie. Good morning, Jay County. It's 57. 54s from Logansport to Monticello. Not a bad start. More mid and upper 50s for our northern suburbs from McCordsville, Fishers, Carmel, Noblesville. 55 in Pendleton. It's 62 in Greenwood. 59 around Center Grove, and another 59 right now in Jackson County. So today's going to be a nice day. Just watch out for a little bit of rain later. This morning's perfectly dry. Sky is turning cloudy as rain is on its way. Now, some of this will shrivel up, but we're going to be talking about the timeline of when some of these showers will lift north and when you can expect a few drops and how much rain is possible later tonight and tomorrow as well. But Lindsay, this morning, at least it's perfectly dry headed out the door.
It is, and some more good news. Gas prices dropped by about 3 cents around the metro. That's some good news, and that's why I wanted to pull up this camera here. This is out on the west side, just north of Brownsburg at the junction of State Road 267 and I-74. I was checking gas prices around the metro this morning, and this is one of the cheaper spots, on average about $3.65 a gallon at a lot of the gas stations here off of this exit. Overall, the cheapest price I found was $3.59. That's out near the Pendleton Pike area where you got the Walmart and the Kroger. Those prices are the lowest I've seen in the city so far this morning, but on average across the city, $3.89. So that is down about 3 cents from yesterday. Still up from 30 days ago as expected, but things perhaps moving in the right direction. Guys?
Lindsay, thank you.
Well, this morning, 2 women are hurt after a shooting on North Tremont Street near 16th and Lafayette on the city's west side.
One of those women, we understand right now, is in critical condition. IMPD say the shootings appear to have stemmed from some kind of argument over money. And this was the scene here. You see the window of that car blown out. This was around 8 o'clock. Police say one woman was in the car that then eventually crashed into a dumpster. If you have any information that could help investigators sort this out, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. You can stay anonymous. Well, the grim beginning to the unofficial start of summer as we wrap up a violent Memorial Day weekend in the city.
So we know 3 lives were taken in the span of just 24 hours, and Metro Police now have a message that it needs to stop. Our Marina Silva is tracking homicide numbers for us this morning. She is live in downtown Indy. Marina, what are you seeing from those numbers?
Well, good morning. With about a week left in the month of May, Indianapolis has already seen 13 homicides this month, and some of those are involving children. Now, over the holiday weekend, we did see multiple shootings and some even deadly. So I want to break those down for you. Starting on early Sunday morning, it started on Meridian Street just after 3 a.m. Officers were nearby when they heard the gunshots. They found 3 people shot. One later died at the hospital, and less than an hour later, police were called to James Runway on the far east side near Brookville and Bade Roads for a man shot inside a car. He died at the hospital. And Sunday evening, a 16-year-old boy killed at an apartment complex. Those 3 homicides pushing May into the deadliest month so far this year.
Got individuals who can't behave properly within feet of officers responding to gunfire, and officers and medics who are already on scene, immediately providing first aid.
Now, for context, 13 homicides this month. That puts us at the same mark we were at this time a year ago. Now, coming up at 6:30, I'm breaking down some more of those numbers for you, and I'll tell you where we are at in terms of those numbers here in the city. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Marina, reporting live for us this morning.
Well, now to Hendricks County, where multiple officers were forced to open fire on a man they say pointed a rifle at them yesterday, and he died at the scene.
And we're told a woman was also found dead on that same property. Police say it started around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon as a domestic violence call at a home near Danville. Investigators believe a concerned family member who was not at the home called police, worried that something was wrong. Indiana State Police says when officers arrived at the scene, a man repeatedly came in and out of the house.
They say he eventually came out of the house holding a rifle and pointing it at officers. That's when ISP say 6 officers from multiple different agencies opened fire, hitting that man. Officers tried to give first aid, but the man died at the scene. Detectives are still investigating the relationship between the victim and the suspect, but state troopers say tragedies like this leave a deep impact.
So there's always going to be that sense of loss. You know, what could we have done? Maybe something different. So again, that's why we encourage those people who are in those situations to please reach out and ask for the help.
State police say when officers did arrive, they found some belongings on fire outside of the home. They're still investigating the relevance of this and identifying the victims. Well, school is out for most kids in central Indiana.
But now there's one class continuing throughout the summer that's actually helping adults through addiction recovery. Our Anna Chalker joins us this morning in the studio with more on what this class looks like. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, you two. And for some going through recovery, it really may feel like there's no way out. And the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration says that's really because there are stigmas and barriers that people run into, especially when they're trying to get back into the workforce. But this partnership with Invest Hamilton County and Ivy Tech, they're really hoping to stop that. And it's through this program called Rise and Reskill, where 14 people are currently enrolled in the cohort, and there will be new groups added every month. These classes, they include building a resume, improving your interview skills, and really a lot more that can help them get that job once they complete this course. The instructors say this program is more about building their confidence than just getting a credit.
They come into our program and a lot of times they don't feel that they have a lot of things to offer. So what we offer them, or what we're trying to teach them, is that because of the recovery and the places that they've been, they've actually developed these strengths and the value and the worth already. And so we're trying to highlight those pieces that they already have so that they can take it out into the workforce.
Now, a barrier they've taken away with this class: no cost to enroll. And those who are even going through community corrections, they can enroll as well. And it's a short one for these guys. It's only 2 days, 8 hours in total. So really, it's easy to do that and then hit those next steps of getting a job. That is what they're really hoping for them. And it's a streamlined, easy process for them. So coming up, we'll really share how they're doing that and what those connections are going to look like once you're stepping out of Ivy Tech and really into the county.
Oh, and it makes such a big difference when you already know you're going to be exposed to these companies that are willing to interview you and have you work for them. Anna, thanks.
8 minutes after 6 this morning, we're dry. Got a little bit of sunrise this morning, but clouds are increasing. Eventually, rain showers will move in from the south later throughout the day today. We'll let you know how much rain is headed your way before we end the week.